My name is Moira McKeever and I grew up in Park Village, and this is the McLaughlin family emigration story. My experience of everyone leaving home. Everyone left one at a time, and there was a lot of sadness each time. At meal times it was more noticeable by an empty chair.
I felt I had a calling. I always wanted to go abroad and help people, and at that time the only way you could go abroad was to enter the nuns. So no, I felt that I had a calling. The first day I left, I was very, very sad because I didn't think I would get home again. And I was kind of relieved that after 5 years I was able to come back for a visit. It was tougher than I thought, and yet there were bits of it easier. But when I went out abroad, it was a tremendous experience, and I really loved working with the poor people in Africa, and I have no regrets.
I was looking forward to it. Just got to that age, I was coming to 18, and just wanted to see where everybody else had gone, so I decided to go myself. I was taken by surprise. The size, I went to London. Swimming in London was a bit bigger than Derry or even Belfast. But surprised, but good. It didn't bother me.
But my parents were sad and wondered if any of them would return home again. Every 2 years there was always another member of the family leaving.
Just as quick as I left. Came home on a holiday one time, and that's 35 years ago. I'm still got married. I thought rearing a family, London wasn't the place, or England wasn't the place to rear a family.
I felt I was away for 38 years, and I had travelled the world and I had seen a lot, and I decided just to come back to the place where I was born.
Neil and I would have felt sad if any of our children had emigrated at that age, because we would have preferred to have them around. Now for the grandchildren, there's a possibility they would also have to emigrate because of the current world situation. I would feel more content if they left because communication is a lot better than 50 years ago.
I do feel it's great that they get away, get an experience of life, and it gives them a broad outlook on things.
I think it's a good thing. I have no regrets, and actually I think it gave me a broader outlook. As my father used to say, even you never went to college, the country will teach you all you want to know. It'll teach you more than you'll ever need to know. And I was right. And it was a great experience, I think. And my family is gone now, and I have no regrets to them going away, as long as they know when to come back. But the more, no, I found it a very good experience.
Now it was 25 years before all the family came together again. This was a very happy time, especially for my mother and my father. Shortly after our parents' death, we had our second reunion. We decided to meet up then more frequently, and the next one is now arranged for the year 2013.
Brendan was the first to leave in 1960. He went to London and then to Germany, where he still is.
Jerry was the second to leave, and he left in 1962, and he went and worked in London.
Bernie was the third to leave in 1964. She joined the Convent of Mercy in Dundalk, and there later went to Rome, Uganda and England. She returned home in 2002.
Moira did not emigrate. She married Neil McKeever and lived locally.
Raymond was the fourth to leave in 1966, and he went to Birmingham and Spain.
Desi was the fifth to leave. In 1967, he went to London and returned 10 years later.
Francis was the sixth to leave in 1969. He went to London, the Far East, Middle East, Canada, and then the USA.
Kevin was the seventh to leave in 1969. He went to London, the Far East, Middle East and Europe.
Dominic was the eighth to leave in 1973 and he went to London.
Teresa was the ninth to leave in 1977. She went to South Africa, Dublin and England. She returned in 1985.
Dimpna was the 10th to leave and she left in 1980. She nursed in Dublin, London and did social work in Australia. She returned in 2011.
So now you can see that the McLaughlins have worked all over the world, but we are still the same family that came from a small village of Park. So in 2013 we are all going to meet up again since 2005. I probably would have left home, but I had met my future husband at the age of 16 and was married a few years later. And that concludes the McLaughlin family emigration.